Welcome back to another edition of the Fantasy Football Expo podcast series. Another rookie. It's okay. Rookies are cool. And this guy's cool because that's Turner Nily with The Week in Fantasy Football. We're going to tell you all about it, why you need to visit his site, why you need to follow this young man right after this. All right, we're just days away from the Fantasy Football Expo. Excitement is rising. We're trying to get everybody in, trying to get all of the video interviews done. Got a last few left here. Turner's one of them. Turner, you kind of come in late to the game, which is fine. We got you involved. Folks, if you got your swag bags, check in there for the TWIF koozies because those are provided by Turner. So, Turner, introduce yourself, where you calling in from, and we'll kind of take it from there.
Thanks, Bob. Hey, everyone. Turner Nily, founder of the Weekend Fantasy, a.k.a. Twiff. I love saying Twiff. I'm here in Denver, Colorado, originally from New York, so I am an unfortunate Jets fan. So fantasy is my last bastion of hope for football.
Love it. Love it. All right. Well, speaking of passion, let's talk about that passion.
Yeah.
When did the passion start for you, Turner? When did somebody pull you into this fantasy football world that has now obsessed you, overwhelmed you, and just ruined your life? No, I'm just kidding. How did that all start from you? Yeah, talk about that. Talk about those humble beginnings.
Yeah, I started off in a random work league like
Okay.
27 years ago. And I immediately fell in love with them. Like, this is so much fun. It makes watching football a lot more fun, and just the banter, obviously, between your league mates.
Mm-hmm.
And then about 20 years ago, I started my own league and
Oh,
became commissioner, and that kind of took it to another level because you can, start to ramp up the vibes of, what you do for the league in terms of the pomp and circumstance at the draft, events during the year, and for me and my friends that have now spread all over the U.S., it's just the thing that brings us all together every year, and this is like Christmas time.
yeah, no, it's definitely something that I'm the same way. Like, started with friends and, all the friends moved away, or at least some of them did, not all of
Yeah.
them, but doing the live draft doesn't work, but we at least to get together, and still chat and talk fantasy football, obviously quite a bit. So Turner, taking all of that goodness of fantasy football you've been playing for a number of years, talk about the process of getting to TWIF, which is a
Mhm.
cool name, the Week in Fantasy Football. What is it? What's it about? Why should people follow it? Where's it at on the internet? Talk all about the Week in Fantasy Football.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. Yeah, so for me, yeah, I was entering this stage of my life where, like, I want to do something I'm really passionate about, and I was looking to, like, solve my own problem as a fantasy manager, like, how can
Mhm.
I do research more effectively when it comes to long form content, in particular, um, podcasts and YouTube. There's some social media it's part of the Twiff platform, but it's really centered around um, going in deep in analyzing the data within this long form content. And you know, you're probably aware of this. Everyone that's going to this expo is aware of it. There's a lot of content out there.
Yeah.
If what I'm ingesting today and analyzing today within my platform, you'd have to listen to 12 hours of podcast a day, and that's at a curated amount that I'm looking at, and that's before the August cycle when content's going to go off the hook here in a bit.
Right.
So it's next to impossible for people, fantasy degenerates like myself, to listen to all that content,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of fantasy players that don't listen to any content. And so with Twiff, what I'm trying to do is create a platform that, one, makes it easy to access the conversations about the players, specifically the players on your team, while also giving content creators more exposure to users that aren't either don't listen to a podcast or maybe don't listen to their podcast because
Mhm.
they don't have enough time and they've already got their guys. And so for me, it's a way for Twiff to make it efficient, make it quick to get to these insights, and create what I call your fantasy front office. And so by creating this cabal of these fantasy experts throughout the content creator universe for you within Twiff, you've got now this team of experts that are already doing the analysis of the players for you every week, and you've got the ability to access this within the Twiff platform.
So, as content creators, then do they come to you to be on your site? Do you go to them and pull in their stuff? How does that interaction work of getting that content in your site? And who are you working with? Bringing in, or is it just you just go find the best people and bring in the
Yeah.
best?
Yeah, so it's for me, it's going after what I believe are the best, as well as looking at things like Reddit, where people talk about what the best podcasts are, and then you may have heard about this technology called artificial intelligence. And so
Yes.
what I've done is work to timestamp and transcribe these podcasts, then use AI to analyze them in terms of find the conversations around certain players, and then analyze the category. Is this about waivers? Is this about performance? Is this about injury? What's the sentiment? Is it a positive or negative sentiment around this conversation? And then is it then we assign a value to it. So is this high value, medium value, low value? With
Mm,
high value being what we think is the most important to a fantasy manager. Now, within the Twiff tool, you'll sync your team. And so we support Sleeper, Yahoo, and NFL day one. We're going to be adding more. But you sync your team in here, and then you'll be able to, one, see a stream of, as we assess these podcasts, you'll see a stream of these conversations come in about your players, and then you have the ability to look through and say, I like what this person's saying here, but I want to get the context, right? Because that's what this is all about, is making more informed decisions. And
mhm.
so without just saying, hey, pick this guy over that guy, or I rank him 12 versus 11, like, why? And so you can see that conversation about that discussion about that player. I can click on it, and that's going right, framed within the Twiff experience, but it's going right to that YouTube at that point in time in that conversation. So you can jump right into that conversation. And then the content creator is still getting credits for that view from people they may or may not have gotten before.
Gotcha. So for this, is there a fee for somebody to sync their leagues into it? Is it free for now?
Yeah.
How does that all work from that standpoint?
Yeah, so we're considering this like the public beta. So I am capping this season at 1,000 users. Now, if things go swimmingly and we decide to expand more to more users, we've got a wait list and people can get on that, and we'll invite you these as soon as the slots open up. But it's all free to get access to this. And so not only can you sync your team, but we got things like player comparison. And I think the cool thing that we're doing here is, you've got your regular data, like your points per game, your next matchup, etc. But we've got the qualitative data and things like sentiment and what we're calling our vibe index, which allows you to see, like, in the fantasy, echoverse here that's happening on a week by week basis, which is why we call it the week in fantasy. What are the vibes around the player? And if my vibes are low on a player, I probably need to go look at these snippets and start to figure out why, and figure out what those conversations are happening and why the vibes are low for my player.
Gotcha, gotcha. So then, from the fan perspective, what do they do? How do they get signed up? Where do they go? How do they get their account made
Yeah.
on your site? And how do they go through that process?
Yeah, just come to the week in fantasy.com, and it's super easy to sign up. You can sign up with Google, you can sign up with your email. So we offer those two sign up, and it's, again, like I said, totally free. We're not asking for any credit card information,
Okay.
just your name, your email, and you're in and you're rocking and rolling. You get to add whatever teams you have, again, that fit into the MFL, Sleeper, or Yahoo ecosystem. We'll have manual. And then for all my first 1,000 users, we also have a chatbot. So if diving into all this data seems a little bit maybe out of your league, you've got this very easy to use interface where you can ask questions about one or two players, basically, if you want to compare
Oh, okay.
start set, who you maybe want to pick up for waivers. And then just in natural English, it'll give you your answers. It'll explain kind of why they think you need to go this way. And it's using, again, the raw data of like what's happened with that player, but also all his analyst conversations
Mm-hmm.
around that player in the given week, and using that and becoming the analyst of the analysts. We call our chatbot Twiff Bannon from Back to the Future.
I like it.
Feed me there.
Does he have like goggles and a tape and all that kind of good stuff?
We got the sports almanac there.
There you go. I like it. I like it. I like it.
So
All
yeah,
right.
so
So,
really easy to
oh,
interface.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My
Oh,
apologies.
sorry, Bob. Yeah, just really easy to interface for the people that aren't as maybe don't like to go as deep as someone like myself, or others that I've kind of tailored a tool for. Gives you a really easy interface, especially on mobile, to really find out kind of who should start, sit, who should pick up waivers, things like that.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So you're heading to your first expo. Tell people how you found out about it. What got you involved here to be a part of this weekend? What you're looking forward to? Tell the folks all about that process.
Yeah, so I've been eyeing this for a few years and just was trying to find the time.
Okay.
And with making this app, it just seemed like the time was right. And I just looking forward to one chit chatting with people that are probably doing something similar in terms of
Hmm.
trying to get into this space and make their mark on it, and really just talk to a lot of like minded people. I could talk fantasy all day. It's just
Yeah, to say you and the other 600 people that
yeah.
were there.
So
I just said 600 of our closest friends talking about fantasy football. It doesn't get any better than that.
yeah,
No, super cool stuff. Turner, anything you want to tell the folks, stop by, where they can, obviously you'll be hanging out all weekend long. Um, maybe just tell them, where they can get signed up now so they can ask you questions if they're getting into it. Give us your socials, anything you want
yeah,
people to follow, and then we'll take it out from there.
great. Yeah, obviously sign up at theweekinfantasy.com. If you need to contact me, you can hit me up, turner.niley at theweekinfantasy.com. You can find us on Twitter or X at weekinfantasy, at weekinfantasy. Or and then if you go to the site, you'll see we've got the links for Discord. We're doing all support off of Discord, so feel free to join us there. And then at the expo, you'll see me wearing the Twiff shirt, I'm sure. I stand out from the crowd. I'm about 6'4", so you'll probably see me walking around.
Yep, we'll definitely notice the Twiff shirt. So if you see this thing, you're like, "What is Twiff?" Just go up
Yep.
and ask the guy. Either because you may not have saw this video, because I guess we're getting kind of close to go time. But
Yeah,
hey, if you catch it and you're like, "I saw a Twiff shirt," I'm like, "Okay, then that's the man you need to talk to," because
for sure.
nobody else is going to have a Twiff shirt unless he's giving out T-shirts. I'm just saying. You might. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All right. Well, Turner, again, thank you for coming. Thank you for being a part of the expo. We really look forward to meeting you face to face here, just a few days away. So, everybody, that's Turner Nily with the Week in Fantasy Football, or as we like to call it, TWIF. So check him out at I just lost it. The Week in Fantasy Football, or in fantasy.com. That's
Week
right.
in fantasy.
In
You got it.
fantasy.com. Check him out on that. Once again, I'm Bob Lung with the Fantasy Football Expo. We'll see you in a few days. If you haven't got your tickets, it's probably too late. So just come to Canton, Ohio, get them at the door. Come Sunday, August 10th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. All the booths will be there. 3 different stages of panel discussions. You don't want to miss this. It's only $20 to get in for that event. So come and check it all out. We'll see you on Friday. Take care. God bless. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching. Lock in your 2025 football tickets now at thefantasyfootballexpo.com. Hit subscribe and check out one of these excellent at FF Expo videos next.